I want to take 5 minutes and review Africa before Islam and what it looked like after the introduction of Islam. Politically, Africa was characterized by stateless societies. Those are societies without a bureaucracy. Rivalries or conflicts led to chiefdoms and kingdoms and the development of bureaucracy in some areas, for example, Ghana. Economically, agriculture was based on farming, yams and later bananas, and herding, cattle. Trade was in gold, ivory, and slaves. Slaves were sold to non-Africans through the Indian Ocean Trade Network. Socially, we saw small-scale communities, kin-based societies. That's heads of families formed village councils with the most prominent as village chief. Family and kinship groups disciplined members within villages. Ownership of slaves was seen as a sign of wealth. Most slaves were agricultural workers and most often war captives. Culturally, no literacy. No one could read or write. There was no formal education. Religion was animistic, emphasized a creator god with lesser gods and spirits. Shamans served as intermediaries between this world and the supernatural world. Religion emphasized morality and proper behavior. Women had a greater role than they had in most societies. They could openly socialize with men, and in some clans, descent was traced through the women. That is a matrilineal society. After Islam comes into Africa through the Saharan trade route and the Indian Ocean trade, we see changes politically, economically, and culturally. Politically, we see the development of bureaucracy and the use of written language, Arabic. We see the consolidation of political power to control trade and taxes. The taxes allow the kings to pay for a bureaucracy and to pay for an army. Economically, we see increased trade, gold, ivory, slaves in exchange for salt, textiles from India, and porcelain from China. Culturally, religious conversion by kings, elites, and merchants. Islam supplants or adds to rather than replaces religion in Africa. Leaders continue traditional forms of worship to maintain power. We also see the building of mosques, Muslim worship centers. We see the building of madrasas, Muslim schools. And we see the development of the Swahili language, which is the mixture of Arabic and Bantu. So this is the mosque at Dijen. It is made all of mud. When it rains, and that's not too often, they have to make repairs with mud. So to review, Islam makes some big changes in Africa politically, creating bureaucracies, and makes some big changes culturally by adding schools, mosques, and developing Swahili.